So this is gonna be a super weird video. I completely understand why you don't want to watch it, but like, I just need to talk about the new HBO series called Euphoria, okay? And that's all this gonna be a video about. I'm just gonna gush about how much I love this show, okay? Like if I could marry a show and live with it, and if I could just like be oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. And I told this all to my sister and she's watching it now, but like she's like, yeah, it's fine, and I'm just like, ugh. So just I don't know where to start. It's so good. So there's a new episode released every Monday, and I'm traveling to Israel soon for 2 weeks. I won't be able to watch the 2 next episodes unless they have, because I only have HBO Nordic since I live in Scandinavia, and I don't know if my password works on the regular HBO page or if they have it in Israel. Who knows? So, oh my god, I don't, you know when you love something so much, or like a movie or a TV show, like you don't know what to do with. I don't even know what to say. I just want to laugh and cry, and I don't even know what I can say about the show. It's just so good. Like, I will start somewhere, and I'll start with like Zendaya and like how good she plays in that series, and I can relate to her so much. And I've watched the first 3 episodes twice now, and I didn't realize until like now how much I can actually relate with her. It's about her addiction, drug addiction, and the series starts like when she is back from her rehab during the summer, and she goes back to high school, or maybe she's doing her third year, I believe. She kind of keeps lying to her mom about her drug addiction, and I've never been addicted to drugs, so I can't relate to that, but I've been addicted to many other harmful things that have been, I feel, just as destructive to my family and my friendships and just life in general. So I can understand it a lot in that way, and I understand her anxiety, and I don't know, I can just relate a lot. But there's something in that series that why I find it so addictive and why I love it so much is like how they all act out. And I think what I struggle with most is getting angry and yelling at someone, and that is something the main character who Zendaya plays, like, she doesn't have a problem with that, or she can get angry at people and she can like throw things if she feels something really strongly. And I wish I could do that, because a lot of times I just like, I keep it very internal, you know, and I think that's why it's like, it's so satisfying seeing someone doing that. But it's just also, she's very human. And I watched an interview, and it's definitely, it's like in own voices. So the person who has written the series, I don't remember his name, but he also went through a drug addiction, and he feels like when he's watching the show, like he can really see himself in Zendaya, and she's never taking drugs apparently, but she plays it really well, and I think she's so good. And then there's Jules, which is her best friend in the show, and it's played by Hunter Schafer, and I didn't know about her before, but oh my god, she is so cool. Like, I think her main job is as a model. She's actually my age, like she is 20 right now, like she's 99, and she's so cool. And like my style, I feel, is exactly like my just fashion style is basically very, I don't remember what the name of the character that Zendaya plays, Rue. My like actual clothing style is a very mix between Jules and Rue, and then add just a little bit more color in there. I feel like I can relate a lot to their clothing style. And just like Hunter Schafer's makeup like throughout the series is so good. Like, I get so inspired. I think it's amazing, and she's so cool. And I just, when I watch this show, I get this huge feeling that I can only live my life, you know? Like, I can only be who I am, and I can only live the reality that I live in, and I can't just be somebody else. But this series makes me really want to just experience like being all the people in the world. Like, I want to know what it's like to be everyone in the world. I don't know if anyone feels like this, but sometimes I feel like I want too much out of the world and like existence, and I only have this body and I can only be me, otherwise it's fake. But I wish I could experience being in everyone's personality, in everyone's head, but like not like reading about it. I love reading because it kind of gives you a glimpse, like a little glimpse of what it's like to be that person, but I want to know what it's actually like to be that person, or live in a certain place or in a certain reality, or I don't know. And it's just like it frustrates me because I think the series is like, in a way, it's digging up so many issues I had in the past, and it's making me really coming back to the past so much, and in a way I don't like that, but I also love how engaged I get about it. Like, I am so passionate about the series, and if you haven't watched it and you like, for example, Skins, like, you really should watch it. And I also wonder a lot about if the series is romanticized, because there's so many things where I feel like it is the truth, but it's still romanticized, and I wonder why. And I kind of came to the conclusion that either it's me romanticizing it because it is the struggle, and I think a lot in our society, or like the teenagers today, we do romanticize the struggle. Even though we know it's a struggle, we think it's a sort of, it's like romantic, and in a way, I feel like this series is making that mistake where it is being very like romantic, but I think it's also just in my head. I don't know if that makes any sense, but something I don't really like about the series is there's so much slut shaming, and I think they're really doing it on purpose, but they're just taking it like so far. Like girls just like, when they meet each other, just like, hey, my little slut, or like guys, there's this one character who just treats girls like shit, but it's also really good, and it just shows so much, and I feel like in a way you can relate to all the characters. Like, all the characters are just different sides of your own personality, and I really like the series. I just love it so much, and I haven't met anyone who like has watched it, so I can't really like, I don't like express my feelings, and sometimes I wonder if everyone else feels things like this strongly, because when I fall in love, I like crash, like I really fall in love, you know, even in whatever it is, if it's a series or a person or a thing or like a medium or like just anything. I really feel it so strongly, and I love this series so much, and I don't know what to do about it. And everyone who's watching it's like, yeah, it's like really good, but it's not that good, and I'm like, yeah, it's that good. And the second time around, I'm loving it even more, and just like the beginning of the series is so good, like how it starts, where Zendaya, she's explaining how she coming out of the womb, like how it feels, and I just like, it's explained so well. And the lighting in the series, like how it's like the cinematography is amazing. Like, not only that, oh my god, the cinematography is so good, especially the night scenes. And it's funny, like there's this moment where, I think it's the first episode, where she explains why she doesn't drive bikes when she's drunk, and there's just like little clips of what happened where she just fell off the bike, and it's so funny. Like, it's just like a little touch, you know, but it really shows like the struggle. Sister found her like overdosing, and it does show the reality, but it has everything. It's exactly what life feels like in a way. I think even if you're struggling, there's the funny parts and the sad parts and angry parts, and it's just everything in a series. And I'm putting the expectations for those of you who haven't seen it so high right now, but I just really love it. And if I haven't convinced you to watch it yet, there is basically like a 10-year-old, like maybe max 12-year-old like drug dealer in this. He's like counting money and shit, and he has face tattoos, and he's just, it is really hilarious. I think it's funny. It's so great. I'm so out of breath. So that was my little gush session. That was mostly just for me, by the way, but I'm just so obsessed. Like, just please talk to me in the comments about the show. Like, I don't know what to do. It's like, it's so severe. I don't know what to do. Oh my god. I haven't fangirled this hard since I was like 11 in love with One Direction. What? This is so much more intense though than when I was 11. I don't know what to do. Help me. Oh my god. Okay, I hope you have a brilliant day. Go and watch it. It's a struggle. Just watch it, please. Even if you hate it, just watch it. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!